I was doing inspections in Somerville for fire prevention, and a gentleman came in, and he used to come to our desk, and he was born in Somerville, and he was an editor of a newspaper. He also owned the newspaper, and he also was a real estate agent, and he was well entrenched in Somerville history. And he used to come in and joke and brag that he knew more about Somerville history than anybody else, and he was the go-to guy for that reason, right? And he knew a lot of stuff about Somerville. Well, my friends used to laugh at him because they used to think that I knew a little bit more. So, and I never said 2 words about knowing more than this gentleman, because I used to get tidbits from him. But the funny thing is that every tidbit that I'd get from him, I would end up giving him 5. And this became a game between the two of us. And so it went on, and then I had to retire. In this state, you had to retire when you turned 65. And when I did reluctantly have to go, this left a void in the fire prevention office for this gentleman who used to come in after I retired and said, "Where's Monty?" Right? And they said, "Oh, he retired." And they come in the next time. He said, "Where the hell's Monty?" Right? And he would say, they would say, "No, he's gone. He's gone." He said, "Well, he isn't gone." He said, "I got to get in touch with him." And he called me and said, because he owned a newspaper, he said, "Can you write for me?" And I said, "No, I'm not a writer. I can talk a blue, I can talk a hungry dog off a meat wagon, but I can't write." And he said, "Oh, come on, you have to." So he turned me. I ended up turning him down. I was afraid of trying to write because I wasn't good at it. I hadn't practiced it. I wasn't a writer. And so he embarrassed me one time by he asked me, and then I said no. He asked me again. I said no. And he said, "I have to do something about it." So in his newspaper, he did an article on me, and he featured me as the guest of the week, and he wrote about me. And most of the time, the guest of the week would talk to him and tell him what to write. Well, this time he just wrote about me, and he said, "We have to embarrass this guy into writing for us." So he called me again, and he said, "Just try one." So I tried one, and then I got a little bit of input back, and then he tried again. And so there was the second edition, and that got a little bit more reaction. And so I was off and running, and he kept on pushing me. And so unfortunately, this gentleman has passed. He passed last year, and I miss him now. And but before he did, he was happy, and I was happy that I've done over 200 stories on Somerville. And he used to talk about them, but he never really printed them either, right? So because I got that interested in it and embarrassed by him writing about me, I started writing, and I haven't looked back.